Greetings YouTube and welcome to the Blue Corner. Today we're going to be doing a bit something different. We're basically going to go over the stuff from just last week, so this is a bit of a recap show. And I am, of course, Blue Star 99, and we have Mega Monkey 666 and
Joey the Flame.
Yep. So us three are just going to talk about some stuff pertaining to, say, the Banlist, the ARG format, some set spoilers, just, yeah, things that happened over the course of a week. Recap on. So that being said, we're just going to kick this off with the big one. That is, we finally got our ban list for, well, this format.
Can you really call it a ban list update?
Yeah, really.
I did a couple things. Sort of.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Okay, so
I
like...
mean, we can totally tech Glow Bulb into Clownblade now for Trish.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Wait a minute. Alright, so the bans, we have Jin Releaser Rituals and Lava Vault Chain. As someone who's been playing with Jin since 2009 and 2010, I should be sad that this thing is gone, but to be perfectly honest, ever since Konami has basically updated the ritual theme, or rather the ritual summon mechanic to keep up with other decks, the Jins have gotten really powerful. It's just a case of old cards becoming really good as the game goes on, and
Joke to broke.
if Necros didn't break it to the point of being stupid, then the next ritual deck probably would have, and such forth. So it's fine to see that thing gone. Now Necros don't have to run so many bad cards for the mirror, and decks don't have to run things to out Jin.
Yeah, you don't like in the mirror match now. Like it's positive because you don't have to play. You don't have to play. You can still, but you don't have to play Book of Eclipse. You don't play DD Warrior. You don't play Bold Blader. You don't play shitty cards that against any of the other top tier decks. You just draw them and you feel bad. You side them out every game, but you can just lose game once because you just drew it at the wrong time. And because it doesn't, it's like, what does DD Warrior Lady do against, like, I don't know, Cleefort? Nothing. You draw it, it's a shit draw. Same with Bold Blader, Book of Eclipse, little more universally useful, but still not great.
I think that might still see play just because of dodging things like Baylor's Skill Drain. Look, what am I thinking? Breakthrough Skill, Phoenix Chain, lose one turn, recreate.
Because, you know, Book of Moon being at once still is totally a good idea, right?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Level Chain getting banned is straight bullshit.
Oh, yeah, that's dumb.
I agree with it.
I completely understand where they were going with that, but I think it just hits way too many, like, decks that were just enjoyable in general.
Yeah.
Like, the only really degenerate things I see of it is, like, that's how you stack Grand Soil and DeLorean combos.
Yeah.
You stack a Dionea from Murmilio, you stack a Manjak to go off.
Yeah, like how, okay, so the down at a Murmilio play, that was always really sweet and had, but how overpowered really was that?
Basically, if you get it off once or twice, it was a huge turnaround, but the way I see it is basically ever since that thing has come out, some deck has abused it to the point of it being ridiculously powerful. Even though there's like a whole bunch of other decks that don't abuse it, the fact is there will always be something that abuses Lava Vault Chain. And as the card pool expands, Lava Vault Chain becomes better because now you can just send a Breakthrough Skill. Now you have negation on your turn via Lava Vault Chain. You now have Galaxy Cyclone. That's basically an MST through this card. So you now have a rank 4 that stacks your draw, puts any card in the graveyard, and is basically a Veiler and an MST. The thing is incredibly versatile, and at this come next year there'll probably be yet another rank 4 deck or some kind of FTK OTK strategy, something that just abuses Chain to the point where it's just cancerous. Like, I think it's a good hit.
The biggest piss off of it is it's like we finally get a really, really dope non-archetype deck, and they kill it before we can play it.
Exactly.
Well, it's not completely dead, but it'll have to operate in a different way.
Fuck archetypes, man. Just give us generic cards and let the players figure it out.
Yep.
Well, they're starting with that. But anyway, so those are the bans. Unfortunately, nothing else got hit, which saddens me. No Emptiness, no BLS. Maybe they'll finally go after him when Docs comes out.
Well, he does become more searchable.
Yeah.
And he's just cancer anyway.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. And for the limits,
we have
Shirt and Trish.
Yeah, Shirt and Trish.
Synchro Trish, people are going to be hype about, but to be perfectly honest, I see it doing nuts.
Yeah. I've been saying forever, the only synchro that needs to be banned still is Brionac.
Yeah.
That's the way it is now.
Yeah.
I said forever, Trish is going to come back, Trish is going to come back. I have multiple copies. selling all but one now, happy as can be. 8 times my profit from 5 to 40.
Yeah.
And it, whatever, who cares? What can make it?
Not a whole lot. I
Nothing.
mean, the whole you need 3 monsters to summon it is. We're not in 2011 in plant format anymore. It's a lot harder to field the kind of things needed to do it. I don't think it's so much a question of how powerful an effect Trishula is going to have on the format. Rather, I'm wondering how long is it going to stay limited. Like, do you think they're going to take it off? Like, are they going to go the Goyle Guardian route, or is this thing just
No,
going
I
to?
think Trish just stays
Yeah.
at 1. It's been legal in Japan now for almost 2 years. It's been consistently there,
Yeah.
consistently fair, and consistently at 1.
Yeah.
And I see it staying the same way here.
I do admit though, I want to at least at some point summon both Trishulas in one turn.
Oh yeah, I've been there. It's just, you have to play so many bad cards to make it happen.
And then speaking of blue cards, sure to 1.
Bullshit.
It hurts. It hurts
It's
a
just-
lot.
It's absolutely ridiculous how, because Necros was the one deck that was in Secret Forces, not the core booster set, and the core booster sets are getting a bunch of reprints in the Mega Pack, that it's
Yeah.
the only deck that got hit.
Yeah.
Because, so we're gonna hit Necros. Yeah, sure, Necros was the best deck,
Yeah.
hands down, but it's like, okay, we're gonna hit Necros. We're gonna leave BA, Satellinet, and Cleform, which are all incredibly stupid in their own right, completely untouched. And I guess Trish could kind of be considered a buff to Shadol's. It definitely is once we have noted it. Because then they can actually viably make it without having to put much into it.
Yeah.
It's just flip a Falco, play instant fusion for a Nord and get back Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of
Something
things they could hit that I wish they did, but they didn't. Part of me suspects that one, they made minimalistic hits so that come World's time they wouldn't have such radical Banlist, and after that maybe they'll do something. Or B, what I think really happened was Konami Japan was like, we are not letting you do all these things you want unless you let us do some things that you don't want to want. And this is the compromise.
And oh my god, the amount of like, so pepperoni that Necros is at Worlds, my
Oh,
god.
yeah.
0 Jin, 1 Brio, 1 Unicorn, 1 Cycle, 1 Shuret.
Yeah, that deck's not going to be very viable at Worlds.
It won't even be playable.
Ritual Beasts FPW.
No way,
No.
man. Klee's gonna win.
Yeah,
Worlds.
Klee will win, but...
Ritual Beasts have a shitty Klee matchup.
Fuck that deck. But yeah, that's about all I can think off the top of my head. And then like the rest of the list is irrelevant to me except for Ravine going to 2. Yay, the
Why
deck
two?
still
Why
had
not 3?
exactly,
It's
but
still one fire. It's still one fire lake away from completely falling apart.
plus hand traps. I mean, oh, I'm gonna activate Ravine, Ghost Ogre. I'm gonna summon
Yeah.
Ducks, activate effect, Ghost Ogre. I'm gonna activate
Yeah.
Phalanx, Ghost Ogre. Ghost Ogre fucks that deck up between Baylor, Maxi, Ghost Ogre, DD Crow. Hand traps just kill Ravine, Dragooni, but fuck it, I'll build it.
And 2 Dragoons is kind of cool. I knew it was gonna happen before we got net to this.
Yeah.
Now it's just a
But-
matter of when Diva goes back
Yeah.
to 3.
And then unrestricted.
Bunch of cards that didn't deserve to be
Yeah.
like sinister. Like the 3 that happened in Japan, Serpent Exchange Temple. Well, who was playing those anyway? Wopold,
Once
anything
per
that says
duel.
once per duel is either at 0 or 3. Why put it at 1? Doesn't matter. Dark Strike Fighter, he's trash anyway.
Yeah.
And 7 Swords, the second the Dragon Rulers went to 1, that should have gone to 3.
Yeah.
Yep. So pretty underwhelming ban list.
They made us wait, like what, 3 weeks extra for this shit? What?
16 days?
No, that's when the format was supposed to start, not be revealed.
Oh, lovely.
I'm thinking a lot of that had to do with the internal politicking going on. Like, I made a reference on Facebook to how Yu-Gi-Oh! And the WWE are so similar in so many parts of it, and when I think about it more and more, it really is kind of freaky how similar the two are. That's like another discussion for a long point, but basically, Konami of America wanted to get stuff done. Konami Japan was like, no. They fought and fought and fought. Here's what we got. See you guys in October. For now, I'm gonna just play, I don't know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or ARG format, because their ban list is a thing. And some like it, some hate it. I like the fact they're at least attempting to do something.
That's a good transition though, because the ARG ban list is the worst idea ever.
You don't say.
Yeah.
A privately owned store that makes its money by buying and selling cards, having its own format, is the worst idea ever.
Yeah.
They want to make a change in their format, you better believe they're going to be gouging you for the 3 weeks before it for any card they're going to be unhitting or bringing up.
Oh, yeah.
I heard all, like, They hit Shaddoll's, Burning Abyss, and Necros really hard. El Shaddol Fusion to 1, Construct to 1, ouch. Trish Band, Jin Band, Unicorn to 1, ouch. Seer to 1, ooh, that sucks. Tellers and Klee, untouched. And I've heard a lot of rumors saying that there were a lot of ARG guys, the Hoveds and the Joneses and stuff, going around Matt's Hall, cleaning up people for their Teller Knight and Klee cards. Does that sound a little scummy to you? Because that sounds a little scummy to me.
Oh yeah.
No, any company that's going to make money by buying and selling cards should not have their own format. That's too much power in ARG's hands.
Oh yeah.
I see where they're coming from. I think it's a swell idea. I think
Yes.
it's cool that they're being so proactive with the community and wanting to legitimately better the community as opposed to Konami's goals, which is sales, 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 sales. But any privately owned company that buys and sells cards making their own list is the worst idea ever.
Yes.
The worst.
I don't really have a whole lot else I can say about that. I'm fond of the idea that at least there's like more options. I mean, yeah, it sucks to do that, but I mean, we have at least something else we can play because this format's shit anyway. Like,
Yeah.
I'll try ARG a couple times. Why not? I mean, it's a chance for me to play Heroes for once because we all want Stratos back. Not that I think, well,
Yeah.
actually, now that I think about it, I don't think Heroes topped their last event at all. Like,
No, they didn't.
their top cut was Mirrorless, Satellar Knights, Necros, Satellar Knights, Necros, 1 or 2 BA, 1 or 2 Cleaveford. Like, holy shit. People thought Necros were dead? No. They're still winning, and they're still
Oh, yeah.
amazing. So, yeah.
No, the only issue I have with it, I think it's swell what they're trying to do for the community,
Yeah.
but the fact that they're privately owned and make money by buying and selling cards is the biggest issue I have with it. Call it a broken record, but that is the problem.
Yeah.
Do you think, though, at least the idea that this list is a thing and that people are like saying like things that I can think about, do you think this will influence Konami in the long run? Much like how I think ARG having their streams has prompted Konami to have streams of certain
Oh,
events.
for sure. I think
I hope so.
I think if a bunch of people say fuck Konami, fuck YCSs, fuck regionals, we're gonna play in circuit series, we're gonna play in 1Ks,
Yeah.
we're gonna play on that kind of stuff. I think that'll influence some decisions by Konami, and for that I'm all in favor of.
Yeah.
Because this is a company that's made by players for players, as opposed to buy our new stuff, buy our new stuff, buy our new stuff. So in that sense, I think it's good. In the set, if it was if ARG had an outside council to make list decisions
Yes.
that didn't involve any of the ARG players or any of the ARG employees, I'd be so okay with. I'd be 100% okay with that. You'd never hear me complain once. But because they can just buy and sell whatever they're about to hit or unlimit or whatever, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Your guys' thoughts on that? By all means, comment below. People have been pretty divided on this. We've all given our opinions on it. And speaking of product, there's quite a bit that we have coming out. Some spoilers, some new stuff. I'm going to start off with the TCG new archetype, the Fairy Tales Kozmo cards.
Up until we got Farm Girl revealed, they looked like trash.
Yeah.
With Farm Girl though, like, ooh, this might be a real deck.
Yeah.
It's not going to be amazing right off the bat. Jones said as much as like it's going to take until next step for them to get going, but at the very least, they're going to be a very solid deck. They're not going to be Noble Knights. They just won't be BA yet.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you can at the very least run like some Psychic engines. You can play Teleport to get out Farm Girl, attack with Farm Girl, drop Honest, or use Jirai Gato and
My
stuff.
biggest issue I have with the deck so far from the cards they've revealed is having all the spaceships in your hand, just because like how do you get them out of your hand kind of
Yeah.
thing. It'd just be like a dead draw. Like I'm pretty sure there's one that summons them from your hand.
Both the Dorothy and the Witch summon from hand.
But again,
Yes.
that's a -1. So like if you draw the spaceships, it's just like wow.
Yeah. That's
I
unfortunate.
mean, I think the one spaceship's 7, so if you're really worried about that, you can play the newly unlimited 7-starred sword.
There was a combo someone mentioned how you could get those things out easily. I don't remember it, but yeah. Anywho,
Or we could all just play Magical Minus. Where did the card advantage go?
I don't know.
the field spell though is bonkers. That thing's gonna
It's
be
going to be a secret.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We already know Farm Girl's an Ultra. The field spell will probably be a secret. And Konami, you need to watch your asses on this. You can get stricken with
yeah.
copyright so easy with this archetype.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to seeing how the Wicked Witch is going to be. Like, if she ends up being a cross between Darth Vader and the Wicked Witch, holy shit.
Then we get lawsuits for
Yes.
copyright infringement.
Yep.
It'll be like with Wizards all over again.
Yep.
And as far as everything else from core goes, it'll be an okay set.
We're still waiting to see the imports and the rest of the exclusives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the core of it was already really solid.
Yeah.
That's probably the best pure set we've had out of the 80 cards Japan and us both get since like Duelist Alliance.
Yeah, probably.
And then the set after that is High Speed Riders, if I'm correct.
Yeah, High Speed Riders October the 6th.
Holy shit, that set looks fun.
Oh yeah.
It looks fun. It doesn't look competitive at all.
No.
No.
These Psy-frames, it's either Psy-frame or Psy-flame. I forget which.
Yeah, I don't
It's
remember
whatever,
which,
yeah.
They looked like a lot of fun. And then but you have to run a normal monster that's bigger than level 4. Again, same issue I have with the Kozmo spaceships, dead draws.
Yup.
I'm not the kind of player who has any kind of luck on their side, so the more chances I give myself to have RNG dick me over, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Open with all 3 of my Heretic normal monsters. Proceed to feel sad.
Yep.
I am looking forward to playing with the red dragon cards though.
Actually, that's a good comparison. Psy-flames, you could probably compare quite a bit to Hieratics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, the new Red Dragon cards look like they are going to be so much fun.
Also, Red Wyvern is totally a legitimate level 6 synchro, and it's not like we have very many of those.
Oh
Yeah.
no, they're starting to fix that problem.
Yeah,
We're getting
finally.
a bunch.
Like, I'd run this thing. I mean, you only get its effect once, but it's basically a hammer shot.
Red
Yeah.
Wyvern, like, nothing, despite being a Blackwing card's a fine generic synchro.
Yeah.
A lot of Japanese decks run it simply because for some unknown reason Goyo was still banned there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of Japanese decks run nothing. He serves the same purpose as a synchro deck as Cowboy does in an Xyz-based deck.
Yeah, and I'm just really happy to see Chain Resonator finally get its print.
I know, that's super
It's about
cool.
time.
That's something we've been talking about since like 5Ds ended, 4 years ago now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice to see Jack back in the anime too. I haven't watched a whole lot of it, but yeah.
I've been
Yeah, I haven't seen
I'm
it
like
yet.
5 episodes back, so I gotta catch up on that, but the premise of that is just sweet.
Let's
so
see.
awesome.
Dimension of Chaos got
Also,
spoiled.
Speedroids look like they're gonna be a lot of fun. I think they have the same problem. I've tested those a bit. I haven't tested the Red Dragon Archfiends or Psy-Flames yet, but the Speed Riders, I don't know. It just seems like Konami is having another dose of, we don't want to make this broken, so we're going to make this too balanced.
Yeah.
Too many of them have really bad restrictions. Like the level 5 guy, you can only special summon one of him per turn, so you can't call the Haunted and then synchro for another. With the Lone Fire guy that summons a Speedroid tuner from your deck, he restricts you to only wind summons for the turn,
Yeah.
which is also quite oppressive. But I don't know. We'll see what happens with that one.
Then Dimension of Chaos got spoiled.
Fully spoiled.
Magic Specters look pretty legitimate.
Yep.
BLS cards are okay-ish, but they're not going to do a whole lot, unfortunately.
They look super neat though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If nothing else, their artwork is really good.
Yep.
Yep.
And like the Magic Specters, like originally, like it took us, they had every one of their cards revealed for the archetype, save for one, up until like this week, I think.
Yeah.
And like Magic Spectre Fox took a deck that was okay and solved its biggest problem.
Yep.
So now you have another level 4 to make rank 4 plays with Crow, and you have your trap searchable in your main phase instead of having to wait to the end phase for Cat, and
Yep.
Magic Spectre Tempest. That's going to be the next problem card.
Yep.
If Magic Spectres ever take off, Magic Spectre Tempest is going to be the next super problem card.
Yep.
And it's already got a top in Japan, so there you go.
Oh boy.
You want to know what its sub-engine is? Magicians.
Yes.
By the way, we're getting at this December.
4th.
Oh, I am hyped for that. That deck's so fun.
The
It's
deck
so
is
much fun
fun,
to play.
and if nothing, it's basically a tier 1 deck in a box
Yep.
that needs you to basically add in what? Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon?
Well-
and God knows there's going to be an ocean of those floating around when everybody buys those tins for Norden and discards all their Odd Eyes.
The
Yep.
problem, though, that could be an issue is Insight Magician's a promo. He's not in the structure.
Really?
Yeah, he's a promo card.
Well, rip us.
I mean, you can still play it without Insight Magician, but holy shit, that
That
card
would
makes
make
it
it so
different.
much more slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we aren't getting him. I play the Performer Pal Magician dude that pops off guys to
Yeah,
search out
I
Crow.
don't play that.
Yeah.
So.
That's good.
But no, it's basically like you just get a whole bunch of value. Speaking of value, The full list for the Synchron structure deck is also confirmed, and damn,
Oh my god, the reprints.
Dem some good reprints.
I know.
Like, the fact that they kept Night Beam and Effect Veiler in there?
Yeah.
Wow.
And we're getting Warning too. That's...
Yep.
I mean, for what? You don't get to say it often about Konami, but
Good job.
good job.
Well, those tins are pretty good too. I mean, you're getting
Oh my god, if
Majesty Speed
Gordon had
reprint.
been the prize card for Toronto,
Well, it could have been Infinity as well. And that leads us to one more topic.
Minerva's the prize card.
Bullshit.
What?
Yeah. That's number one. It's a giant ass downgrade from previous prize cards.
Yeah, like, I think this is the, no, there's no thing. This is the first time an archetype, okay, outside the shitty Dark Lord cards, it's the first time an archetype card has ever been a prize card.
Yeah.
What? Why?
Because it's generic and every deck can use it. You can just detach the mill free. Now you don't have to worry about Lava Chain being banned.
You know what prevents every deck from using it? Supreme inaccessibility.
Yeah.
Especially if you live in Canada where we only have one YCS a year.
Yeah.
If we
Well,
want to go to multiples, we have to cross the border.
to be very frank, though, Seattle's closer than Toronto is to Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
you do have to cross the border.
It would be
Yes.
nice if they had one in Calgary or Edmonton, just
Why
saying.
not? Calgary's the third biggest city in the entire country, so come
Yeah.
on, Konami.
I mean, for God's sakes, Pokemon held Worlds in Vancouver.
Why
Yeah.
can't we have YCS, Victoria, Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton? I mean, we're never going to get YCS Regina.
No, we haven't even had a regionals in what, 2 years plus now?
Ravine Ruler format is
Yep.
the last time.
It was like October 2013.
Yep. RIP us.
And then the out-of-towners came and stole our first spot.
Hey, at least I got the third spot for us.
I know, don't worry. We came back and took theirs the next regionals.
LOL, Regina versus Winnipeg. It's a friendly rivalry.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
like the lot of us and Magnus versus like Mark, Cody, Nikolai, Steven, Jordan.
Yeah,
we,
but
got, we got good things going.
Oh, yeah.
We're all friends.
Yeah.
yeah, but that's about all. Like from the
Well,
last.
Dimension of Chaos had some other neat things. I just got
Oh.
super sidetracked by the structure deck.
Yeah, there's something else in there I wanted to point out. I can't remember what though. There was like some really good generics.
There are a lot of things in there that look like they're going to be enjoyable, but garbage tier
Yeah.
to play. Like I would like the last day or two, I've been testing Gradles.
Yeah.
The deck moves at a snail's pace. It's such a slow deck, but if you get your ball rolling, it's pretty unstoppable.
It also loses hard to Magic Specters.
Yep.
I just think it's weird how they're like, let's make Snatch Steal the archetype.
Yeah, basically.
Gradle Impact is legitimately really good. It's a +1 every turn.
I might play that deck just because it is another water deck, and I've played every good water deck since Mermills.
Okay, well, free little advice then. All of them are salvage targets, and all but Slime is a surface target.
Yep.
Love it. I still have my 3 salvages from when I was playing Gishki.
Mind you, you should never want Slime in your hand.
Yeah.
Split is also the best card in the deck. You get to that card ASAP if you want to do anything.
Yep.
It's a trap where you equip it to one of your guys, you destroy that guy to summon 2 from the deck.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
And if the equipped monster is a Cobra, well, he got destroyed by a trap effect and he becomes a Snatch Steal.
Yep.
Cobra's the trap, Alligator's the spell, and Eagle's the monster.
Oh, that reminds me of one more point I want to talk about before things come over. So, Konami announced also the next set, Breakers of Shadows, and no more OCG exclusives in that set.
Thank God.
Which is also like, man, because you know what? The OCG exclusives they got in Dimension of Chaos are really good.
Oh, yeah.
2 of them at least. I mean, no, actually 3 of them. Symphonic Warriors aren't competitive, they're a casual deck.
Yeah.
You know what? The deck needs some of those to appease people. And the Symphonic Warrior microphone is good.
Oh, yeah.
The Bujin Pendulum Monster was kind of out of left field,
Yeah.
and it's not good.
Good. Fuck that deck.
The Artifact one is okay.
Yep.
For artifacts.
For artifacts.
But the Trap Trick Succeed, oh, it's got pretty good art, pretty reasonable art, a really, really cool effect. And the Sylvan Exceed,
Is
Damn.
man, if anything could bring the deck back,
That'd be it.
besides more copies of Soul Charge.
Yes.
Please no.
But man, Princess Sprite is legit.
She's so good.
She takes care of every mill deck's worst fear. What if I mill a spell or trap? You add it to your hand. What if I end up getting a monster? You get an effect for excavating that. And you can turn dandy tokens into hermitaries.
Oh.
No, Princess Sprite is super legit.
Oh yeah.
She's an 1800 attack rank 1.
Yeah, she's
that's
huge.
That's a giant rank 1. And you know what? She stops serving her purpose. You summon a lone fire, you tribute her off.
Yep.
No, Princess Sprite is the real deal.
Oh yeah.
If we got that card, I'm not saying Sylvans would be tier 1 again, but they'd be a lot closer than they are now.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully we'll get a World Superstars 2 and maybe Minerva will be reprinted in that. Here's hoping, but...
Well, you see, Blood Mephist was 5 prize cards ago and still hasn't been reprinted.
Rip.
Profound sadness. Still waiting
You know
on
what?
a giant hand
Screw
reprint.
Blood Mephist, screw Digborzak, let's just forget about those two and have a giant hand reprint because he's actually useful.
Yep. Okay, we're gonna have to wrap this up though.
Alright, one last thing.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Sweden's Armada on winning EVO 2015. Boy, Mango repped, lost in top 8, it was super sad.
It sucked.
But you know what? We get them next year. Third EVO trophy.
I don't smash, so they're just in their own little world. I'm just gonna over here and looking at Soul Striking against Supreme Spoilers. Ooh, Jewel Knight crit. Anyway, yeah, so that's it for this episode of Last Week in Yu-Gi-Oh! And stay tuned for hopefully another one coming up around this time next week, maybe a little bit later, hopefully with us trio again. I'm Blue Star 89, Mega Monkey 666,
Joey the Flip.
and yeah, we're up, people.